Hey everyone, good morning. 6 o'clock here on your Thursday. Welcome to Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. We're glad you're joining us here on this Thursday. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick smiling over there because it's going to be a beautiful day. Thomas, just how warm is it going to get?
Yeah, it looks like it should be in the low 80s today. A enjoyable and comforting summer day for us where our temperatures aren't going to get carried away this afternoon. But I'm just glad that it's a little bit more mild in the morning hours. I know it's been cold earlier on in the week. We've had temperatures bottom out in the 30s. Not today, though. Looked like our low was 53 degrees, and we're already up a degree this hour and should be at around 82 this afternoon with mostly sunny skies. A lot easier to track a day with sunshine as opposed to any rain or storm chances. Of course, it is the first day of summer. The summer solstice is today, meaning that today is our longest daytime of the year, amounting to exactly 16 hours of daylight today.
Developing now, new from overnight, a helicopter crashed near Davenport and Harrington last night. We just got new photos of the crash site from the Lincoln County Record Times. Davenport Fire says they had to call in help from several county agencies, including Lincoln County Fire District 6. Right now, local officials are not saying much about the crash. We are making phone calls this morning to find out more about what happened, how many people were on board, and the conditions of the people in the crash. This is a developing story. We will continue to bring you updates throughout the morning as we learn more. The qualification deadline for CNN's presidential debate next week is hours away. Candidates have through today to meet requirements set for the first in-person debate of 2024. To be on stage, they must each already have at least 15% support in 4 separate national polls, as well as appear on enough state ballots to get 270 electoral votes, which is the threshold necessary to win the presidency. One candidate falling short of that is RFK Jr., who's running as an independent. At this point, only President Biden and former President Trump are expected to be on stage next Thursday for the 90-minute debate. Looking ahead, this weekend, Democrats from across Idaho will meet in Moscow for the state's Democratic Party convention. The 2-day event starts this Saturday on the University of Idaho's Moscow campus. The free event includes several different committee meetings and networking events. For the full schedule or to register, you can go to the website there on your screen. We also have more information on KREM.com. Right now, a North Idaho woman is still missing after she disappeared on Sunday at a boat launch near Cataldo. The official search for the 62-year-old has ended, leaving the family to search for her on their own. They spoke exclusively to KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy.
I feel like we're so alone in this. So many people don't even know she's still missing.
62-year-old Linda Kent has been missing from a family outing at Cataldo boat launch since Sunday. Wednesday, her family was out looking once again without the aid of law enforcement.
And it's just been an uphill battle of fighting with everyone, just trying to get some kind of help.
The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office called off its official search, telling our partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press its resources had been exhausted.
They didn't have any real hits. There was no real scents picked up. There was no actual hits.
Our calls and emails to the Sheriff's Office weren't answered Wednesday. The family's continuing a private search, coming from as far away as Southern Oregon to rally as a family.
Linda's daddy. I'm 92 and I'm still upright. And I'm doing the best I know how to help find my daughter.
They're convinced Linda isn't anywhere near the park anymore, but maybe miles away without medication for diabetes and dementia.
It's just because she's elderly doesn't make her any less valuable to us.
Linda's family fears she may have bypassed the bathroom and walked to I-90, where she may have been picked up by a passing car. They believe she may be trying to get home to Montana, which is why they're now pushing for a multi-state search.
I've called Washington, Montana, but Idaho, we've been shut down 100% with Idaho.
They're turning to social media and their network of family past state lines to keep the search and hope alive. Shannon Mowdy.
We are asking the public for help.
KREM 2 News.
We just need to get her picture out there.
In a story we've been following since the beginning of the year, passengers on board the Boeing plane that lost a door plug mid-flight in January sat down with our Seattle station. They say they thought they were going to die and will never trust Boeing again.
Just this huge bang happened and like a white cloud went through the plane. It kind of looked like fire extinguisher, like powder almost. And I was immediately like, what is going on?
I don't think anyone should ever be put in that same experience that I was on that plane. For Boeing to come out and say that won't happen again, that's great. But I think I will truly believe it when it does not happen again.
With this plane specifically, the NTSB found Boeing delivered the aircraft with 4 bolts missing from the door plug. Since then, several whistleblowers have come forward with manufacturing and safety issues, including allegations that faulty parts are getting installed on Boeing planes. Just about 6:07 here. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. New from overnight, Spokane police have arrested a man suspected of killing a woman in a deadly hit and run in downtown Spokane last week. Police took 42-year-old Gary Burns into custody yesterday. SPD found the victim, 78-year-old Janet Mann, lying face down in the road at Brown and Main. She was taken to a hospital but died from her injuries. Burns is currently being held at the Spokane County Jail. New in the last 24 hours, the U.S. government announced a new task force geared towards salmon recovery efforts. So this comes as it acknowledges the role dams have played in harming Native American tribes in the Pacific Northwest by decimating salmon runs. A new report highlighted the pain dams cause to tribes who consider the salmon a part of their cultural identity and a crucial food source. Well, the Spokane Indians had a doubleheader against the Everett Emeralds at Avista Stadium yesterday to make up for a canceled game that happened back in May, remember? The Indians took home a dub in the first matchup, winning 3-2, but the Emeralds exploded in the second game of the night. They won 9-1. Last night was also King Carl night. The special uniforms the Indians wore last night will be auctioned off later, with the proceeds going to the Sandy Williams Fund. That is a look at your morning rush.
Spokane's got a very vibrant talent community, and Expo, we want to highlight all the diversity that we have in this wonderful city of ours, county. Yeah.
Happening today at 6 p.m., the long-awaited Spokane's Got Talent show kicks off at the Spokane Pavilion. So this is actually video from the auditions that happened last month. The event will feature a variety of talent from more than 20 performers. And another reason to get excited, the singer-songwriter Philip Phillips from American Idol, also known for his song Gone, 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 will be there as a special guest performer. And best of all, the talent show is free for everyone to attend. Well, also happening tomorrow, Expo 74 is partnering with the Lands Council for the Legislative Summit. The full-day event includes keynote speeches by Washington Governor Jay Inslee and Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown. The free event runs from 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. tomorrow at the Spokane Convention Center Ballroom. The summit's focuses include climate policy and indigenous rights. One of the main events include a symbolic salmon ceremony at noon conducted by the Colville Confederated Tribes Salmon Chief. After the event, there will be a traditional canoe race on the Spokane River at 3:30 p.m. at the Don Cardong Bridge. You can register to attend the event through the link there on your screen.
On this Thursday morning, our first day of summer here, it finally feels a bit more like the summer season. Even for our morning lower temperatures, at least it hasn't been as cold as it has been earlier on in the week. Don't have to track any 30s this time around. A few 40s in our northern areas, but after lows hit about 41, 42 degrees, it's even warming up already in Deer Park and Sandpoint. We're actually up a degree already in this first hour of sunshine here in Spokane. That bodes well for the day ahead. So I have lots of 80s in the forecast and maybe 90 degrees for this Saturday, what should be our warmest day so far of the year. But coming up, we'll show you how strong the winds are expected to be for this Sunday and what could be a higher fire danger day for the inland Northwest.